Hello and good evening, everybody. We're going to get started relatively quickly today. I didn't start up until I decided I wasn't going to have the child. So we're going to get right into it. Go ahead, unmute this, take us here. And I'm calibrated, but I want to recalibrate again just to be safe. Also, I need to have this roughly there so that I don't smack myself in the face. Or smack my monitors. There we go. Because I could still very easily smack myself in the face. Alright. Get all comfy. Yep, cool. Fantastic. Grab that. Do that. And yeah. Okay, let's get to it. See how crazy it is in here. See who else here. Stop by the blacksmith first.
Yes. Oh, hammer? Budget like that. I have a big sword, so I know the general,
Yeah.
I'm telling you, they always have those big ass. You gotta figure out what.
Hi, Mr. Cass.
Evening. How are you?
Huh? We're doing okay. Oh, wow, this is, I have a lot of work to do. No, not yet. We don't know where she went. But apparently somebody else, too. It's gonna be a busy day for memory enchantments.
He is here! Oh my god! Oh.
Need something?
I didn't think you were here.
Well, I'm gonna be going soon here in a bit, but do you need something, Kaz?
I'm just dropping some materials off for Ren. I didn't have an opportunity,
Understood.
last week.
Don't forget to tell him so he doesn't forget. What? What'd you say?
Yeah, I will.
I need some.
I'm gonna be, putting it in the
What do you
blacksmith's requests.
Understood.
Mm.
I can hear him.
Oh, I don't know. That old man hearing.
Right. So that's taken care of.
I heard this one song stuck in my head. Can't get it out. What song is it? Let me look it up.
Yeah, songs stuck in your head, you don't remember the name of it.
Hell?
I'm not that smart.
Okay.
Nice! We still working on that.
I'm unsure.
I started off by using like a leaf hand instead of something heavy. So that way I could just like practice moving. I'm kind of okay at a bark hand, and then I'm gonna try and work my way up. I tried
simply
Ray of
noticed
Frost,
that we
blew
were
up in
out
my
of it.
face.
And I need to get started
Blew
on
up
some
in
more
my
ice
face.
steel.
I was like, she's an artist. Yeah. It's not my thing, I don't
I
think. I'm
dropped
trying.
off the ingots of mana steel and the shop for my request. I'll make sure to put in also correct paperwork for it as well.
Understood. I'll get on that right away since I've just completed all my other commissions.
Yeah. I ended up getting fluxed out pretty far of a last week, so wasn't able to drop it off soon.
Gotcha.
Hey, Zach.
Oh, but I was asking about the dragon scales for armor because I've been doing deals with one of your coworkers at the Lotus for dragon scales.
Ooh, which one?
Hi there.
Kane. I gotta get Holly hers. I gotta get Holly her dragon scale. I gotta do that today.
Oh, hi, Mr. Tack.
Yeah, because the scales that because my homeworld is my grandmother shed her like body, and she's a humanoid form now. So her nature body is our where we live on, and different areas depending on the climate has different like affinities. So this is about 68% compatible with like metaverse scales because the scales in the metaverse are taken from like a living dragon, so they're like still in pristine condition. But my dragon scales from my grandmother's side are things that she has shed. So it's like dead skin cells, the things that she no longer needs. So it's about 68% as 68 to 70% as strong, but some of them have underlying elemental affinities.
It's a life filled with grief and hatred.
The fire ones, and I
He had scales and one of them fell off the other night.
You don't get a single.
And then regrew. He's like a magical kaiju now.
well, that's cool.
Again, I'm kind of out of options of what to do today.
I should
You know what I mean?
figure out if there's any shelters nearby. If not, I could probably take it to the Land Osaka shelter.
Yeah, honestly, don't know how long I'm going to stay. Might end up being a short one. I can't look at that because that's how long I've been in VR. So. Can't pop that, though. Yeah, it's only been 10 minutes and I'm already thinking about leaving. Jeez. It's not as bumping as I thought it would be. But that's alright. Please don't walk directly in my path. Mm.
Not beer, it's milk.
Mm.
Oh, is it time?
Jeez.
Hello.
Heading out for now, Daisy?
Playing drums is gonna make you okay.
Hey, Patty.
Everything's fine. Then I would know that both of you would be.
Okay, what's wrong?
I already cast restoration. I'm fine now.
Okay, I'm giving you shit.
Afternoon.
Here.
So what's going on?
Oh,
Am I looking for work?
trying to relax.
Oh, hey, Patty. Good to see you.
Let my ribs heal. They got broken earlier this week.
500 dragon bones, 3,000.
You okay, Patty?
What do you mean?
Kid, like chucking.
I just waved hello to like four different people at the same time.
Okay, all right. I'm sorry. My bad. Sorry.
No, it's all right. It's all
Because
right.
that's been something that's been happening for years and years and
Fine to
years
me.
and years and years and years. We're going to be
It's like
working for
prophesized.
me. I will.
Don't
But like,
let it.
well, there's a chance that I won't let it. I can show you there's
where
also
you
a chance that I could,
for the at
lose,
least the first
so-
few months until
Yeah,
you get on your
let's hope
own
I don't
feet
lose.
too, and on your own feet. You've collected enough money.
Just don't lose.
Right.
Yeah, that's all I
Then
gotta do.
Do you happen to know
you
where
will be able to afford
Edwin's
your own
love been to?
homes, and I will even help you find a good place.
I think they're currently helping
If you do
someone
not
with
wish to sleep in
some
facilitated quarters.
mind stuff at the
I
moment.
believe
Right.
But I'll let them know that you were looking for them.
somebody
Yeah.
that works hard and is loyal
Okay.
Hey there.
should only worry about one thing.
Understood.
How you
It's
doing?
not food,
Blue
not
critter.
water, and it's not security.
I'm gonna be honest.
It's about getting the job fucking
Not having
done.
done much with the
And if everything,
Yeah, me
if
either. So yeah.
Could put on the ring again.
Tons of bitches always.
If that's the only thing you have to worry about,
That's understandable.
then your work is going to be flawless.
I mean,
What do you mean by
there's
that?
things happening.
Is that all you can say?
Unfortunately.
Mind if I sit?
I don't see any names
You're
around
fine.
I think Flo was looking for you. Did she find you?
Oh, I was asking about the water earlier. I don't think she needed anything from me at this time, unless she is still looking
Okay.
for me. But the only thing I asked
She
was
said,
water.
like-
That's it.
Purple cat girl, so might have been you.
Oh no, I'm blue. I'm blue. No. And I'm not.
gotcha.
I'm not a cat. I'm a wolf. Sorry.
Okay, well that's completely wrong description.
Yeah.
So.
Mm.
Yeah.
It's okay. I can figure it out.
I don't know why people mistaken me as a cat.
I don't know if his ears are too long and the tail is a little too bushy to be cat.
Yeah.
Mhm.
can no longer get up. I am stuck
You
here
can no longer.
forever.
You are stuck here forever
Mhm.
because of cat.
Now we're really
See?
stuck here forever.
Oh, now you're actually.
Oh, goodness.
Now you're stuck. That is a position forever of I am stuck and I need help.
Mm.
See?
Uh-huh. What? Yes, you have a lot to say. Uh-huh. So much to say.
Oh my god, so vocal.
Mm-hmm.
I'm guessing a stray Zed showed up earlier.
Yeah, just showed up in the entrance of the guild.
Mm. Mhm.
Cat.
Hi.
You were stuck for.
Mm-hmm.
Thank God it's the one. If it was many, if it was like 2 or 3, may someone help your
I
soul.
would just lay down and accept my fate.
I think that's about the only things that you could end up doing.
Yeah, pretty much just sit there and wait.
Mhm.
Should probably finish my cosmic pork.
Ayo.
Pulled pork. Oh.
Oh, yum. Uh-huh.
Hmm.
Mm-hmm. You got so much to say. It's crazy. Mm-hmm.
Uh-oh.
Oh.
There it goes.
It's just wobbling along.
On waddling away. Baba. And waddle away. To the very next day. Ba, 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 da. Just finding a new fringe.
Mm.
Why is Link the only one who's paid attention so far?
No, there's the other one. Just. The cat just saw the crown and like, I'm gonna go join them. Meow. I'm gonna waddle as fast as I can. God is gonna grab everyone's attention outside.
Or it's going to grab one person's attention and then they're going to be like, oh, cute cat, and draw everybody else's.
Yeah.
And then they'll become trapped, just as I was.
Yeah. See, it's already begun.
Hello, Mr. Cass.
Hi. You busy?
It certainly seems to be one of those days, but given what we think you want to know, it sort of fits with what we need to do today.
I overheard it, but, yours are half was saying, whenever I first got here, that it was going to be a busy day for it. So, if it's, too busy for you, I can always wait until later.
It should be alright. We have enough time. It's mostly... We just need to find the one other person that needs...
Do you recall what they look like?
We're going to look around. She's sort of a feline woman with, purple and black hair.
I can't say that I've seen anybody with that description since getting here.
We'll do a quick lap and see if we find her. Otherwise, we can come back and we can talk.
Right.
Perimeter check. Finished. Found no hostiles. Found cat.
Looks like you did. Speaking of which... Sorry, just a moment. Oh, puts away the math rock.
Oh. Your math rock.
It was too good.
What do you do with cat?
Good question.
Actually, is Mr. Leon still around?
I haven't seen him in a little bit. If he's not around by the arena, I don't know where he is.
We know Mr. Leon wanted to take care of it if you need to do that. So if you can find him, you can give it to him or potentially...
Hi, lad.
Hello.
How you doing, boy?
Would you be alright taking care of it for a little bit? Until you find Mr. Leon, or...
Well, do you need anything? Let me know.
Potentially Miss Wolfie?
Good to see you, bud.
She's behind us.
She's one of
Oh! There we are. Miss Wolfie can...
I could probably take it back to my place in Celtic if need be. I think my familiar friend will probably get along with the cat and be careful with it.
You're Celtic?
Alright. Oh, no, there's a place called Celtic.
Oh, okay. Is it anything like...
All you have to do is gently
Is
hand
it
it over to
anything
Miss
like
Wolfie.
Ireland? Or is it...
Don't squeeze, and it's fine.
No,
It's just
okay.
a name.
Alright, fair enough.
Come here.
Celts were mean motherfuckers where I'm from, I'll tell you that.
Thank you for looking after it.
Tiny kitty.
Tiny kitty.
small kitty.
Yes.
What are you gonna name him?
Not sure.
Let's see if we can find Miss Violet, and if not, then we'll be back.
Okay.
Oh, Miss Evan Flo, I have a question.
Yes.
Will Miss Suki be okay? You said she got to have her memories
looking
back,
like
I
a bit,
believe? Or... Will she be fine?
Only a few. She's going
I see.
She's going to rest in the dorms for a bit. They weren't
Understood.
entirely good memories.
Well, you all stay well, yes?
We'll certainly do our
Have a
best.
good one, man.
Yeah.
Alright, let's see if we can find her.
Oh, you were... okay.
Talking to myself, don't worry, crazy.
That happens from time to time.
Very chatty today, aren't you? You're very chatty, I know.
I think they'll.
Star, can you please return the hammer to the blacksmith?
They have milk. They have water and milk.
I got it.
Yeah?
Do you want to take it back to the blacksmith? Understood. I'm actually surprised how strong this small panda is.
Excuse me. Sorry, not in control of my. Sorry, Mr. Big Thing. Sorry. Not me.
You causing too much trouble, are you? Cat. Let's see. Oh, I don't know. Let's see where we can go. What's going on over here? Go this way.
Well, we can't find her at the moment, so I guess we're available. An appointment slot opened up?
Wherever you think would be best.
It's somewhere more quiet. Follow us.
Yeah. Okay. Give me a fun moment.
Of course. Should we have a mana crystal? We should probably use that.
Probably good set of movements this over here then. And moves the anti-magic crystals that I got into my leg.
Oh.
That's it. Right. And question. Is it going to require physical contact?
No, not really. We'll get close, but it's mostly just to focus the magic.
Okay. Well, as a precaution still, here. It's a blue crystal in a necklace. I've already activated it, but that's just in case.
Resistance?
Yeah.
Ah, alright. Okay.
Alright.
It's probably better if you're sitting.
Right.
If you know meditation, that's even better. But first, actually, we're going to make sure we don't see anything that's immediately wrong. So it's gonna... I'm just going to sort of stare directly through and see if they can immediately detect any kind of magic around his mind at all.
There would be faint traces.
Okay, definitely something changed there. Okay, so this is going to be a bit of dispelling and a bit of overriding with our own enchantments of sorts to try and pull back what was taken out.
Okay.
Or at least reverse the modifications.
Right.
So we know this is going to sound a bit strange, but if you can meditate and try to clear your mind of everything but those moments that seem fuzzy, or those moments that just don't seem to make sense. And we're going to see if we can undo that.
Yeah. I will try, but there's not really any points that seem fuzzy or not right.
Alright. Let's... There were at least times you told us about that didn't add up, or pieces that were missing. And you mentioned a trip that you took?
Yeah, to Japan. It was vacation.
Maybe start with that. See if anything happened there. Okay. So as they focus, gonna very slowly start to feel sort of a tingling at the corners of his mind and a feeling of unnatural calmness, and then a hint of euphoria, just sort of pushing, allowing, trying to open him up to the possibility of having his mind touched. It turns into sort of warm fuzziness at the corners of his mind as the enchantment starts to take effect, and they will focus on the memories that he's focusing on, look into it, look for those traces of enchantment, and as they focus on one of those, it's almost as if the memories in that section pixelate and break apart, like almost like an unweaving of a ball of yarn with the pieces missing. And they will attempt to start rewinding the ball and filling in the gaps back where they should be. Anything they will see.
They will see that there is a small section that is indeed missing from around that time frame. And pushing into it, trying to reconstruct it, there will be flashes of a shrine. Kaz standing at it. One of the shrine prayer tokens in his hand. Nothing written on it. but it's still hung up nonetheless. I was pushing for the reconstruction further. The echo of what Kaz is saying is, I'm tired of being this angry all the time. I just want it to stop. I'm going to end up hurting someone if I don't. So please, make this go away.
On seeing that, they are going to pause, pull back a bit. Mr. Cass, are you alright?
Yeah. Yeah. I don't know if I have... I mean, I get angry, but... don't think I would ever get that angry.
It seems at least you may have. We don't know about what either, but... do you want us to keep going, truly? If this might be something you wanted.
I should probably still know.
We don't disagree. It's hard to take away from a story when they're part of us. Memories, things like that, even the bad ones, make us who we are. But we also know that sometimes some things don't make you stronger. But if you're willing to work through it, we're willing to help. If it was something that made you that angry, maybe we can help.
Yeah.
Okay. Then let's keep going.
Right.
I'm going to reach forward. It's almost like a sudden flash forward, almost like a warp to the next area. And they slowly start doing the same thing, reconstructing very carefully as not to break any of the existing memory.
Yeah, and the next area would just be a gap. It would basically be the end of one thing, and then it's a giant gap, and then it'll jump into the next section of him at a work shift.
They're going to try to just sort of fill the gap with their magic and try to pull anything that might be hidden in the memories around it to sort of fill in that and push away the dark sections, dispelling what they can.
What starts to be pieced together is a scene aboard the space station that is Aegis HQ.
The cathedral?
Yeah. That's what it looks like. It's a common area. And as the magic continues to work, it's solidifying with other people standing around talking to each other, but at a distance. Kaz is sitting on a couch, something in his hands. And the feeling of anger is there. Bit of resentment. Right.
Remember what you were holding?
A book. And fuzz. Book. Beasts. Of some sort. And was pretty much the only thing non-digital that they had. And yeah, it keeps solidifying as the magic works. And he's sitting there thinking to himself, there are people here that have been here shorter than I have, and yet they've still not found me a position. They still don't care. They're all liars. They don't give any care about a cripple. They haven't from the start. As the magic finalizes on that particular memory, it seems like it chains to a few others. And quickly brings them back in. Again, all ages related, just times he's visited, felt the same resentment, the same anger. And that goes back about a year.
Okay. It's okay to feel. Were you bottling that up for a year?
Yeah. I mean, I really didn't like him before remembering this. Just from everything that I do remember was said about him. But this... Why? Why is it so easy for them to find something elsewhere, but not for me?
Did you talk to them about it? Did you... Why'd you bottle this up?
originally came to Caesarea because of them. I wanted to do something good. They accepted me in with my application. Told me they would...
It's okay, breathe.
Told me they would find somewhere for me. So I went there. Every time I could for at least 6 months. And if she's still watching, she'll be seeing the replays of every time he went there. They weren't so bad at first. But after being there a little bit, they stopped paying attention. They stopped trying to interact. It was just like it was back home. They promised they'd find a place for me. And they didn't.
We can understand that kind of anger. Promises are sacred.
They are. Promises are sacred. You don't make ones you can't keep. She'll get a flash of a memory. Kaz still in his old prosthetics, making a promise to what appears to be a cat girl. Promising to keep her safe.
Those are always the most difficult ones. Promises like that. We can never promise for real, knowing truly. We can only do our best to keep people safe.
I've done well with that fun so far.
I can be alright. Do you want us to keep going?
I should be asking you that question. You're the one using all the energy for this.
We luckily have a good bit of mana. We can keep it up for a while longer. And we had the crystal, so...
It's... Callie. It's those memories.
Let me see.
I want to know if I forgot those.
Alright. We're going to focus, and there's another bit of a warp to that time. Finding that gap. Since they were there, they knew of that instant. They at least know how far back to go. And they find the darkness and start to fill it with the magic. Another sort of burst from it, and then the steady reformation of that time in the dorms.
That... I was keeping her safe. That thing... No wonder she was so upset that I wasn't remembering. There's not any anger in this particular memory. There's a small bit of fear. A determination. I want to stop whatever this thing is from getting to Callie.
Definitely helped keep her safe. We were glad for the help there.
Memory gets to the point where the door has the magic applied to it from Holly. And the fear reveals that it's not just for Callie, but for Holly as well during that time. And this was a dangerous situation with something that was very unknown to them at the time. Why am I scared for Holly as well? I don't understand that.
What exactly don't you understand?
Why I care? She's not a good person. I've seen how she behaves. That's not how a doctor behaves. I've watched her in the arena here try to kill her opponent twice. That is not.
You've been completely forgetting Holly. You don't remember even... She didn't always used to be like that.
Well, it's how she
A lot
is
has happened.
now. That's...
A lot has definitely changed. For most everyone.
Yeah. A sink scent. I don't know if continuing would be smart. There's something there that... If I've forgotten a lot of this, and it was taken, I don't know if I want to remember that right now.
If that's what you want.
Yeah. Let's pause for the meantime.
Okay. And they focus the fuzziness, that charm feeling is going to steadily pull back and give his mind back to himself. The feeling just slowly fading away.
My thanks.
You've been going through a lot, haven't you?
Scumbags. I don't know if I haven't quit officially from them yet.
It's a situation that can only really be solved by talking. By letting them know how you're actually feeling.
They don't care. If they cared, they would have kept their promise.
Are you certain of that? All of them? Did the entire group promise to you? Or just...
Ever since then, she and the leaders of the groups would find a space for me. And... since the last time I was there, Ibers has pretty much given up control of everything to the other leaders, and they still haven't found a place. They haven't even bothered to reach out to check in. If I was running a group like that, I'd be checking in with everybody. If they weren't reporting in, recruits, agents.
I suppose we don't know how exactly they work. We had considerations like that when dealing with the shore. We don't know how big a group Aegis is. We know even Mr. Ryesh had trouble with so many guild members. At a certain point, it's hard to treat that many people like the family you want to.
From what I remember of the roster of actual active agents, there are less than 30. Possibly less than 20. At the time I was joining, I think they were only a couple handfuls active. But that was years ago.
I suppose we still don't know a lot about them. We've done at least a couple missions with some.
Well, this isn't personal experience, but secondhand information from those that do have prior experience. Looking at none of our group ended up severely injured or worse. In the past, they apparently have had a bad history of cutting and running when one of their own gets injured. But again, that was back when I first got here. Same could have changed over the past couple years.
We didn't see any of that. And, well, it sounds like everyone was taking Miss Sirith's not very well.
I can't say that I really knew her, other than as a co-worker at the Lotus. Even then, I really didn't know much about her. Other than before the renovations, I think she was staying in the basement area.
That's the unfortunate situation, isn't it? Even though you're co-workers in a different organization, you still didn't know all the people around you. It takes more time than a lot of us get. In the lives we lead.
It's difficult.
That's why memories and stories are so important.
Yeah. But I would be lying if I said it wasn't scary going out on some of these missions.
No.
Never knowing if you're gonna...
sunshine and rainbows.
Yeah. Never know if you're gonna come back. If someone else in your group isn't going to come back. But that's part of what being a hero is. It's taking on these challenges. Even if it might be to the detriment of yourself, to keep others safe.
In the end, all we can do is try to help as best we can. Just try.
Yeah.
Even if we don't succeed, we tried to make things better. Just a little bit.
Yeah.
And that's better than doing nothing.
It's,
And it's okay to be afraid. It means you're alive.
Just means that.
And it's okay to be angry sometimes, too.
It seems like whatever happened, I had a prayer answered, it seems.
Yes, it does. Having a god or spirits that powerful. Not something to, shake your head at.
Just. I'm not exactly safe to touch. Sorry.
I appreciate it, current lying forgotten limbo champion.
That works. I'm just surprised that someone actually listened to me.
Why?
Because 5 would say I'm just a speck compared to everything else. 5 would say choose to pay attention to that fun little speck.
You don't think you give yourself enough credit. But... even little specks can glitter in the sunlight. Little bits of diamond dust.
Yeah.
And from what we learned about in this realm, apparently a lot of people think that everyone is made up of stars.
No. That's an interesting concept.
Especially considering we know actual stars.
I guess if you followed the theory of evolution, also way back to the beginning, yeah, the Big Bang. I wonder if that's what they're basing
That's what they called it.
That off of.
It's definitely quite the notion. But we like it. Nobody's just a speck. We've never met anyone who wasn't important. And a story is a story.
Oh. I'm sorry that you're having to learn a painful part of mine. It scares me that whatever all of this accumulated into was bad enough for me to do that. One of the things I was always told is you don't make deals with unknown entities.
You're not wrong. But you don't have to apologize to us. Like we said, a story is a story. Even the bad parts make up part of yours. But no matter what happened, no matter what all came together, that got some god or entity's attention. We're sorry that it was so bad.
Yeah.
But we hope you at least know now that you don't have to deal with anything alone, and you don't have to bottle things up. And that's how it gets so bad. You're allowed to have feelings.
That's very dangerous, Visme.
We hear that more often than you think.
For me,
And we know there are situations where it's a physical thing, where it can hurt people around, or turn you into a monster, or any of the number of things that can happen. The key is that you're not alone, and you have people who can help. Why do you think we use calm emotions so much? Why do you think we're trying to teach people how to use it? People are allowed to have feelings, but sometimes bodies and souls and contracts and everything else get in the way of keeping that healthy. So sometimes people need a little help.
Yeah.
Just don't be afraid to ask for it.
I will keep that in mind. But that memory earlier. Savan Vero. I was making that promise. That was that was the aftermath of something. And it's a reason why I know that my emotions are dangerous.
What happened?
So, that is my housemate, Lynette. That I made the promise to. We, for going home after the Lotus of an evening. Back whenever we had fun of the penthouse clubs. rented out. She apparently had a run-in with a group of werewolves, lycanthropes. I think is another correct name for them.
Yes.
This was well before I knew her. That evening, they were kind of sitting down in the food court area of the lobby. And, they had seen us exit the elevator. I knew about this, but I couldn't really do any of it on demand. I didn't even have C's. But they started causing problems. They circled around her again. And for doing things like saying, "What are you going to do?" And, "Oh, what a pretty kitty." And, I overheard another one of them say that maybe we'll take your ears this time, too. And something in me broke at that. I was furious. And it came out. Very explosively. They tried coming at me with things like knives. And tried to get away with Lynette. Basically kidnap her. I, 2 of them didn't leave that area alive. As a third, I would be surprised if they made it a few blocks. That's how bad it was. But after it was all said and done, the next thing I remember was waking up in a hospital. I had,
It's gonna be okay. Get your ass in here, boy.
I had, I was apparently showing signs of malnutrition and vitamin deficiencies. Basically, they had said that if I had been brought in later, even if it was only by 10-15 minutes, I might not have made it.
Your abilities take that much out of you?
Yes, I can. It's why I always make sure to eat well. And especially eat well whenever I know I'm going out to do some things that might involve combat. And that's kind of what led me to realize that my ability burns through me. Even if it's detrimental. That's actually the incident where most of these showed up. But think that was kind of the incident that said to me to start trying to keep things locked down emotionally. Especially before I had any modicum of control over this. Used to be that I would blow out the lights in the house or fry the microwave. We had to replace the fridge too. And that was over small things like just getting startled. And frustrated. And, I know this ability has been getting stronger. The more I use it, the more I learn how to control the little bit of it that I can. And I think that if I was to have a break, like the one I had that gave me all of this, I think that it would be much worse than what happens then.
Maybe. But that's all the more reason not to lock down your emotions. That's how that sort of thing happens. There's a difference between holding things away and managing.
And
that involves having to allow yourself to feel.
And I think that I was realizing that it was going to be dangerous. Whenever I made scent, I guess prayer at the shrine.
Whatever that was took it too far. Just removing them all completely isn't managing.
No, but it is an effective solution. Even if it's not the correct one.
But it isn't. It isn't, though. Because it just means you've lost all those experiences that could help you manage for the future. You may not have been able to take away the ones that were going to come. And that would have been bad if they did. Because it means you wouldn't really be living. And if they didn't, they were leaving you at a disadvantage, not having the past to help you through it. Having to relearn how to deal with all that.
Yeah.
Entities, gods, spirits, they're capricious like that. They created people, but they don't always understand humanity. They try to help, but sometimes they don't realize that the short term isn't always the best help.
Yeah.
But you recognize all this already, which means that there is a very good chance of being able to figure it out. You already have building blocks.
Just concerned about what else might be there.
That's understandable. It's the unknown now.
Yeah.
But maybe you can focus on working on the bit you have, managing it, processing it, and then you can work your way back, and it gets a little easier. Not everyone gets that chance. As long as you give yourself the time to process. Not many people do.
What do you think that I should do about Aegis? If you were in my position.
I think if we were in your position, well, we know we would be very hurt, knowing that we felt like they were breaking a promise. But we would try not to let that anger overtake us. But we would try to talk to them again. Maybe to... If you felt in any way close or friendly with any of the people there, we've at least met some that we trusted with our backs on missions and have been kind to us. Maybe they can give some perspective, or...
I figured that would be along the lines of what you would say. It's the very
Really
least...
predictable.
No. It's it's the obvious answer. In a way. Going and talking to them. Laying out how you feel about...
Nothing changes when you don't.
Yeah. I guess more of what I was really asking was... would you even bother giving them another chance to try to make good on the promise? Whenever it's been 2 years and they haven't since.
We just know that people certainly change over time. And if you gave them 2 years, we don't know when the last time you spoke your mind about this was, but maybe they've changed since then. But you won't know unless you ask. The question is, do you want... If they gave you what you want, would you take it?
That's the thing at this point. I don't even know what I want from them. I don't. It's like, what are they going to do with me? I didn't want to be in a combatant position whenever I first got here. I couldn't be in a combatant position when I first got here. I was walking around on a peg leg and had a arm wired to some muscles. I wasn't combat
That's no longer the
capable.
case?
Nein, it's not.
You've changed as much.
I've had a few fortunate...
I know you've gone on missions with the Shore.
I have. And I have been terrified every single time. Even if it's been low risk. Because you never
Called
know.
being human.
That I very much am. It's part of why I want to figure out what this is. Why I have it. The only things that I really know about it for sure are... it's not magic. It's tied to my emotions, and it's tied to my body with how much I'm able to use it. Beyond that, I don't really know a whole lot.
That actually sounds like something we've been trying to deal with too. That sort of thing that isn't magic, but feels like it might as well be. But then if it's not, what is it? It's honestly, they point to the purple. Someone told us that the energy there was nature, but just not nature from this realm. It's the natural order, but it's somebody else's natural order. Maybe it's a situation like that. A type of evolution.
Possibly.
Do you think that with all the resources and everything they have, do you think Aegis could answer some of those questions? if you ask them.
I don't even know what resources they have.
There's a good first question.
Yeah.
Like, I'm different than when I started. This is what I can do now. This is what I want to do. This is the situation I'm having. Can anyone teach me what this might be? Or work with me? Would they be willing to research and find out with me? And that doesn't just go for Aegis. You can ask anyone here.
Was supposed to be working with me on trying to run some tests, but they wanted Geldir present. And, I haven't really been able to talk to Geldir.
He is apparently a politician now. But also, Mr. Hound has been having downtime and got very injured last time.
Yeah.
So we can understand not being able to find him for the moment.
But I still don't know if I want to be a combatant for them.
That's fine. We don't know what other positions there are. We don't know too much about Aegis' structure.
Yeah.
Besides what we've heard from Messiah and Mr. Ion.
Yeah. I don't know much about it either. I really don't have access to a lot of things as a recruit, so just pretty much common areas. And that's if the shipboard AI even recognizes me. But yeah. Sounds like I do need to talk to them.
Is Saphira so big it has multiple time zones? It's only Friday. Yes, that's 3 days away.
Here.
Thank you.
Everything alright?
Yes. Just a bit tired.
Understood. I think Sam had a question for you.
Hello, Mr. Sim, yes.
I have a bit of a task upcoming, and I was curious if you'd be interested. In approximately 3 days, I intend to wake Mr. Roger.
Oh. Of course. Of course we'd want to
I
be
will
there.
be assisted, unfortunately. Perhaps you may want to reconsider for just a moment. To awaken Roderick, one moment, I need to hold on. Just going to do some weird things. Don't mind me silencing the voices in my head. There are so many. Anyway. To awaken Roderick, we will need to enter within his mind space. Now, this is easy for me to do with synthetics, as they are basically my nature. There's a simple Wi-Fi upload and a bit of a consciousness transfer, not too hard. Organics is where things become more difficult.
Ah. I see. I would say it isn't the first time we've gone into someone's mindscape, but certainly not a synthetics. What would it entail?
Well, unlike between organics who have a clear distinct mana and soul who might use magic to approach this, for us to accomplish this with organics, we would require some mild, impromptu invasive surgery.
Surgery?
Oh, don't worry, I assure you it'll be very clean. Nothing terrible.
If I'm willing to guess it's something along the lines of how cybernetics work. Upload a neural interface to them that links into the attached limb, but in this case.
This is less permanent, but yes, some of it.
Yeah.
If you had a cybernetics upload, this would be a lot easier, but you don't, so we were trying something a bit less permanent, though it may be slightly painful. You see, what we will do is we'll take several neuron wires, they're hair thin, we'll approximate them at the base of your skull, they will travel up through your spinal cord around your brain. That way we have direct access to upload you. Easy peasy, I will ensure you that you are safe. If you are willing, of course. You can always say no.
And they can be removed afterwards?
Oh, yes. They're not staying inside. They'll be connected with a cord, and when the process is over, we will remove them. That is why we're not doing an upload link.
Let me see. Well, if they can be removed and it's just painful, not anything else, we can try that. We've never tried anything like that before, but
it's not too bad.
You may want to mention time and date.
Yes, it'll be occurring Tuesday. At approximately, what was it you said?
I think you said. I think Omega and the other ones agreed to 9:30 Eastern Zephyr time.
9:30, indeed.
So
that
around
is why
this time
Sam
on
is
Tuesday.
asking multiple people.
we see. We can at least let Miss Ivanak and Miss Camille know that we can't work that night. That should be all right.
Excellent. Apologies, I thought you were suffering from mermaid syndrome for a moment. Oh no, you were fine.
Hopefully not.
Wonderful. I'm glad to hear that you were so willing. If that is the case, it grows late, and I will leave you to your day. That should fill up my roster.
Who do you have so far?
Omega, as his next of kin with the sound mind that I trust, will be going. Oh my goodness, the information escapes me at this time. Omega? I have forgotten. Perhaps you can help me remember. I believe I have them on a list somewhere.
I think you sent them to me. At least some of the ones that you had in mind. Possibly Red. Possibly Ludric. Is it one that you wanted to talk to or have someone talk to?
Omega?
Part of us wants to say we would suggest against Ludric. He's had things in his head enough. The other way around probably isn't.
We may want to re-verify, or we may want to approach Ludric to make sure that he...
After all, Ludric is organic, correct?
Yes.
He is organic. So is
and
Red.
He will have to suffer through the same process. We will also have to suffer through the same process.
I think your other consideration was possibly Bishop.
That's who it was.
I don't think
Bishop. He's already so well intertwined with electronics. It will be much easier.
And Red might already have a neural interface installed. They have cybernetic arm, I believe.
If that is the case, it may be much easier.
Might want to verify that, so I'm just making the assumption based upon the arm.
We could always go to the Lotus tonight if that works.
That is an excellent idea. Hopefully we'll find all of them there.
Maybe Ludric, Red, and Red will be there.
Oh no. It is is time.
What is time?
You were all fine, but I must leave.
Oh yes, 2 minutes.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's almost time.
Thank you again. And thank you for
Of course.
talking through some of it with me.
We would be terrible bards if we weren't good at talking and listening.
I suppose. I don't know really what it entails being a bard, other than the music. So.
Not always music either. At least it is for us, but not for everyone.
Oh.
But anytime. We're glad to help.
Yeah. I'll have to, I guess, keep poking another time.
Maybe definitely after we've gotten some rest.
Yeah.
Fifth circle spells are taxing after a while.
If you need anything in return as like payment or even a favor of some sort, I'd be happy to pay it back. I know
we're happy to ask you if we need something.
I'll go ahead and head on out.
Alright.
It's set time.
Pork chop sandwiches time.
Yeah.
We'll make sure everyone's off the beach. Have a good night, Mr. Cass.
You as well.
Rest up.
Yeah. Kaz's head is racing right now because, again, if this kind of stuff is what he's forgotten, what's got him to the point of being so bad that he did something stupid. There is a bit of rage boiling in him now. But it's a simmer, not a full-blown boil yet. So maybe he'll take care of this particular issue first, before having ebb and flow go into his next issues. Maybe. He is a fuck-up after all. Despite all the good he tries to do, he is a fuck-up. He remembers that night with the Onryo, though. The fuck?
Hey Sam, do you wanna help do some NPC work real quick?
Okay. That is it for the evening. Thank you, everybody. Howdy, Deadeye. Good to see you. Everything's great. Just RP. Having fun. So, jeez. Also,
found myself too.
The fire,
There's a will, there's a way.
the sound effect is a global audio, by the by.
Good, right?
I was hearing that all the way on the other side of the courtyard.
Hey, it's his first avatar, man. You gotta give him credit, though.
Yeah, no,
It's his first one.
it's good. I just wanted to let him know.
You did a fucking bang up job.
How do I make that local? The audio.
They got it. All right. All right. So yeah, that's going to be it for the evening. I hope that everybody enjoyed. But yeah, until the next time, stay safe and have a good one. Bye.